Maurice Ibe, a consultant for the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, joins me now to expatiate. Good to see you and thanks for your time.
Nice to see you, Suleiman.
You know, listening to Georgina's report, one of the key concerns there is us, Nigerians, because even though you consult for the independent marketers, you also buy petrol, gas.
Absolutely.
So, what's the ideal, news, or rather, what's the news you're getting with the price of Brent crude going up and the price of the pump price is still the same? People are asking, perhaps, who's paying the differential? Is it that there is some kind of subsidy somewhere that we may not be aware of?
Truly, the government is doing quite a few things to lessen the impact of subsidy. And that is where the IMF and everybody else is speculating that subsidies are still being paid to a certain extent. But if you look at the current allocation of state governments, that's where you probably see they are the ones that are benefiting tremendously from the subsidy removal. Many states are now getting 2-3 times the amount of FAC allocations that were getting monthly prior to the removal of subsidy. But we Nigerians, myself and you and everybody else that buys petrol, we're the ones suffering. But there are one or two things that can be done for us to have some succor.
And what are those things?
Well, the first major thing that I think the government needs to do now is prior to the formation of the Independent Petroleum Market Association many years ago, of course they were formed by an act of parliament. When they were put together, the government gave them 50% of all allocations, all crude allocations produced in the country. What does that mean? What it meant was that the independent petroleum marketers were the only group that had petrol stations in all nooks and corners of Nigeria. By giving them direct allocations, it meant that Nigerians can access and buy these products directly at very reasonable prices. Unlike what is happening now. What is happening now is that these products are being sold mostly to those who have tank farms. And then the independent petroleum marketers will now go and buy from them at higher prices. And they have to again add their own prices. By the time it gets to the pump, that's the big fluctuation you have, or difference between when NNPC is selling 620, you see the marketers are selling at 680. So if the independent petroleum marketers are being given back the 50% allocations that were getting 10, 15 years ago, you will see the pump price drop astronomically.
Now let's bring in that very exciting news, then the Dangote refinery into the equation, and perhaps the refurbishment of some of our refineries. Are these also playing a part in what's happening in the price of pump prices, perhaps?
The Dangote is not showing yet.
It's not
showing in the pump prices yet because we're not getting PMA so far from Dangote refineries. Diesel is what I think about a week or so ago they have started releasing diesel to our members. Hopefully within a very short period you will see the diesel prices will go down. But in terms of pump prices, the people that we expect to assist is NNPC's supervision of these refineries. Our refineries need to be functional. They are not functioning. No matter what we do, if the refineries we have are not functioning, producing and refining these products, to step down on our importation of these products, there's no way Dangote alone will solve the problems of Nigeria's price of crude oil, price of petroleum products, because we are not the only ones he's selling to. He's a private businessman and he's going to sell where he can make more money.
The good thing now is that you're not here for the government, you're here for the independent marketers, so perhaps you should be able to give us a bird's eye view, an honest bird's eye view of the state of our refineries. What's the vibe you're getting? Are we close to getting some of these revamped?
Suleiman, we've been given so many dates for the past God knows how long. And
don't tell me you're overwhelmed by those dates as well.
The GMD of NNPC is doing a tremendous work trying to get these things done. I'll give it to him. It is overwhelming. But the truth of the matter is that more needs to be done. We've been given several dates, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, December, these things are going to be functioning. It's still not happening, and Nigerians are suffering. I actually thought before the removal of subsidy, that should have been a priority. Because if you don't have refineries working and you remove subsidy, this is what has brought us to where we are. If they were functioning, the impact we're feeling today won't be, at least it will be highly ameliorated. It won't be as bad and as harsh as it is on Nigerians.
So in other words, we're still highly dependent on the importation of crude. And if that is, how is Forex, a big deal for the independent marketers?
It is a big deal. It's quite difficult. Anybody who has children abroad, like many Nigerians do have students who are studying abroad, try to access Forex. Fortunately, it's come down a little bit, so we're hoping that it will reflect on the price of products. But the key thing we need to be concerned about right now is the availability locally at cheaper prices. NNPC is the big 1,000 pound gorilla in the room. They are the ones that are distributing these products. And what we're saying is, and I'll tell them again, please reallocate the 50% that the independent petroleum marketers used to get directly from NNPC. And once you do that, Suleiman, I can assure you that the price of these products will not go beyond 620 naira per litre.
Is that conversation going on at all?
It is going on. We are actively engaged with the government. We are talking to the Secretary of Government of the Federation. We are discussing with NNPC. It is actively going on.
So give us a reading of conversation in the room. Are you optimistic?
Very, very positive. Very, very positive. And again, I applaud Mr. Melikeri. He's been very attentive. He's reacting positively to it. The federal government is working towards it. So we're hoping that maybe within the next 30 days, something positive will come out. But it needs to be done, and it needs to be done very urgently, because Nigerians can't afford to be buying these products at the price. I just came back from the East. They're buying at 720 per litre, 720 naira per litre. I didn't see a filling station all over the eastern part of the country that was selling diesel petrol at 680 or 700, 720. It's unconscionable. We can't continue. And for how long can it be going on? So it is a matter of urgency. I'm pleading with the federal government, I'm pleading with NNPC to please reallocate the 50% that the independent petroleum marketers were always getting. And you will see the pump prices drop dramatically. It's not rocket science. What is going on right now is like arbitrage trading. You can't buy from somebody else and expect to sell at reduced prices. You have to add money. You have to truck these products to Kano and all over the country. By the time it gets to your filling station, the prices have gone up. But if they get it directly, if the members get it directly, they are forced to sell at reasonable prices. And me, yourself, and all Nigerians will at least enjoy some reasonable pricing. But for now, it is tough. Stuff everybody.
Maurice Ibe, thank you for unpacking this for us.
Thank you, Suleiman. Thank you.
Consultant for Independent.